Alright, you guys, here's one that I've been kind of avoiding. So, you know that our president now, Trump, likes his Diet Coke in the Oval Office. He has a button for it. But what a lot of people don't know, and it's come into light, I mean, I kind of knew this back in 2006 when I got into reading about the presidents at the time, that Lyndon Baines Johnson, this man here, had the same type of system that Trump has. He had a button on his Oval Office desk, and one of his aides would bring him a Fresca. I can never pronounce this correctly. Fresca. So, what is Fresca? Well, when I first tried this in 2007, I absolutely hated it. I didn't understand it. I really wasn't into sodas at the time. It was just kind of like, I wanted to try what this was. If Lyndon Baines Johnson liked it, maybe I would like it. Well, we'll get to that in a bit. So, Fresca is an interesting one. It is from the Coca-Cola Company, and it was established in 1966, this Fresca line and everything. But what's interesting about Fresca is that it's a no-sugar grapefruit soda water, sparkling. Yeah. So Lyndon Johnson actually liked these when they first came out, pretty much during the half of his term in office. So there's a great story in American Lion that Ted Kennedy goes to talk to Johnson, and Johnson pretty much Johnson was known for being a very intimidating man. He was a very tall man. He was in your face, the Johnson treatment. I really advise a lot of you to go look up Lyndon Baines Johnson. He's actually one of my top favorite presidents, first being Teddy Roosevelt. Poor Ted's trying to talk to him about some type of matter of state or overseas crap, but Johnson keeps trying to force a Fresca on him, and he's like, no, Mr. President, I don't really want one. Well, Johnson's not going to talk to you unless you have Fresca with him. So, American Lion, I might actually read that one later. Ted Kennedy's not really a person of interest to me, but I really like the way that they mention Johnson. But yeah, I've been avoiding doing Fresca for quite some time. The reason is when I had it, I absolutely appalled it. I thought it was disgusting. Of course, like I said, that was back in 2007, and it's almost been 20 years at this point. So, I did like the Mexican Squirt, which is a grapefruit soda. So, there's nothing fancy about the Fresca bottle, guys. It almost looks like it's a sparkling water kind of logo, which is very interesting to me. It's 1% juice. There is no sugar in this, so it is going to be either really bitter or not taste like anything, or probably just like tonic water. And I remember when I first tried it, I had no idea what Johnson was talking about. Why did he love this drink so much? And also a side note, when I first watched the presidents on the History Channel, they said that he had a fountain installed in the White House. However, if you look at other historical sources, it was just a bottle. I don't know about cans. Trump gets his Diet Cokes in those mini cans. But as for the Fresca line for Johnson, I just don't know. I haven't delved that deep into that. I just find it fascinating that a president had a certain soft drink that he liked. And he and Trump is the only ones that actually had the button that summoned somebody to get them their favorite beverage. So, enough waiting. Also, they have a silver cap to this. I actually do like that. It goes very well with this misty color that this drink has. The label is just so boring. It just says I don't think it's established, or maybe it is, but 1966, you can barely see it on the top. But this is from Coca-Cola, and I'm just trying to see if there's anything from Coca-Cola that's on here, except for the 2004 Coca-Cola Company, a product of the Coca-Cola Company. But they do not, fancy this up at all. It's just kind of like, yeah, we still have this. But I had to say, I love this frost color. It's just so pretty. Smelling it almost has almost like a Sprite vibe. Like if you mix Sprite with Alka-Seltzer. I mean, it doesn't smell bad. It does not smell like grapefruit. America. Okay, I don't know what to make of this. This is just pretty much Alka-Seltzer. Like very budget, generic Alka-Seltzer. I'm not getting any grapefruit. The Squirt had a very distinguished flavor, almost a punch-in-the-face flavor. This just, yeah, I have really nothing to say about it. It's just like drinking Alka-Seltzer. I really don't see what Johnson liked about it. Of course, the company did remodify the recipe, whatever that means. They took out a certain type of ingredient in it that was banned in the United States in 1969, I believe. So right after Johnson left. Don't quote me on that. I just remember looking at that. I know there was something in the recipe that they had to change because a certain chemical that they used was banned, and it's actually banned in Europe. So, yeah. It's, I don't know. Johnson, I really don't know what you like about this soda. Maybe it was better in your time. Oh, dear. I just wanted to do this one because I found it fascinating that both Johnson and Trump have a button on their desk that will summon their favorite drink. I mean, hell, I wish I had a button on this desk that would get me a Starlight. But that's it, guys. Just a real quick video, and we got a lot of stuff coming up. So if you want to taste a president's favorite soda, get yourself a Fresca. They are pretty much everywhere in grocery stores and in gas stations. For some reason, these have a small following. A couple of devotees actually love them, so I really don't care. It's kind of like the Moxie brand. Moxie, which is really disgusting to me. People do love it, especially up north. So with Fresca, I think there's like a handful of people that absolutely love this, and that's why I don't think Coke can let it go. And there's history behind that. But that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Alright, Fresca from Coca-Cola. Alright, so the label's nothing special. There's nothing redeeming about it. Let's just get that over with. One, the only point that's given extra to this beverage is the scent, is the aroma. It actually doesn't smell that bad. It does smell like I said, Sprite with Alka-Seltzer tablets. That's not actually a bad thing. It's just not very welcoming. Two, as for the flavor, there's nothing good or saving, addicting, memorable about this product. I just don't get it. I think the history behind it is more important than the actual beverage itself. Overall, one.